Hi everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Rotacast. I'm Carla Boudiab, and your host for Season 1. Today's guest isn't just about titles or accomplishments. He's about making a real impact, a true leader within the Rotaract community and beyond. From leading the Rotary Club of Sahel Matan to his role as a VDRR and to his current role as a DRR, he has been a driving force for change. But that's not all. He's also making his mark in the world of corporate insurance and constantly exploring new places. So from leading teams to discovering new corners of the world, his journey is all about growth, learning, exploring, and taking leadership to a next level. Let's jump into his story and find out how he's balancing it all. Let's welcome DRR Elie Gharios. Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great. Thank you for having me.
محمس للبودكاست.
Super حماس.
Okay, so the podcast is divided into several segments. At first, we will dive into your Rotaract journey, and then we will go a bit beyond this role and know more about you. Then with a fast-paced question, rapid Rotaract, and finally with a surprise question from our dear president. Okay, so we'll dive into segment 1. جاهز?
Ready.
Okay, Elie, what does service mean to you, and how has your understanding evolved during all these years in service?
Oof. Service is a pretty big word لأنه when you go into community service as someone who has not done service before, at least in my case, when I started in Rotaract, it was my first journey into service, but I knew that I wanted to help the community in some way. So it began as something to help people to look into the community, to see how we can give back in any way possible. But after 8 years in Rotaract, I realized that service is not only something that you do to the others, because when you do service for other people, you serve yourself as well.
In return,
So it's a full circle. You start with the community that you live in, but at the same time, you are helping yourself. So it was a full circle journey, a very rewarding journey that you can go into. You start with helping the community, seeing how you are making a difference in your community, and it gives back to you as well when you see the rewards that you are seeking. Definitely. And what you are doing in the community.
If Rotaract was a color, what would it be?
I think the color that is chosen for the Rotaract logo is pretty spot on عليها لأنه it does show you the energy, the impact, the brightness of the burgundy أو كان burgundy هلا صار cranberry. But it does give you this, when you look at it تحس إنه
spark.
You fill up inside, it gives you adrenaline.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't change the color اللي موجود.
What do you think is the most misconception about service in general or volunteering, and how can we change this perception?
The biggest misconception هي إنه when you are giving أو when someone helps a small number of people أو a small community of people بتفكر بينك وبين حالك إنه طب كيف أنا إنه I'm helping these people, what change will I make? إنه this is a very small number out of
Definitely.
a huge one.
Huge number.
So you start thinking إنه what difference am I making? ما شو حيأثر هيدا الشيء. بس once you see إنه small upon small upon small upon small, it makes a big impact. It's basically a ripple effect. So the way we can change that is to show basically what we are doing, which is كتير حلو إنه هلا in our world social media وكل هالأشياء that can bring together different aspects. So all the changes that are making into one, you can see the big difference.
Definitely. They always say that if you want to change the world, start changing yourself or changing
Very
the
true.
habits that you do.
Very true.
And that's really true. Start
It
from
is.
your small circle, from your family maybe. Definitely there's someone in your family who needs a shoulder to lean on.
Exactly.
Or someone to listen to. So yes. From local to national, how did your leadership style change, and what changed within Elie through this journey?
A lot. Least to say is a lot has changed. When you go from a club to a national level or to a district level, the responsibilities ما بيتغيروا, the tasks ما بيتغيروا, بس is a بدك responsibility that you have once you start حتى on a club level. By the way, presidency is probably still one of the hardest positions that I had to go through. I'm not saying being DRR is easy, but presidency is a big responsibility on your shoulder لأنه you have those people. الفرق بيناتهم هو إنه one of them you're on the ground, you're directly عم تشتغلي بإيديك. The other one is okay, you're إذا بدك ما حقول behind the scenes بأنه you are there بس you are just coordinating between
شوي
them.
managing يعني.
Exactly. بس the difference in leadership is pretty much the same يعني ما في a big difference. But the change that happens inside of you when you finish your presidency, and you probably know that, is something عن جد huge. يعني for example, أنا after my presidency, I learned so many skills that helped me get a job, that helped me move in, move forward in the world, grow as a person on a professional and personal level. So these things, I don't think you can learn them anywhere else.
Definitely. As a DRR and as a person who likes to travel, as we knew. So you traveled to different clubs and you attended meetings from different countries. What's one thing you found in common between several Rotaract meetings?
So Rotaract is so a community. كلنا عنا the same values. We all have the same way of working, the same way of thinking. والحلو برotaract إنه you have this system. خلاص, everything is in place, everything is organized. Someone who just does not share your values will not fit in. Definitely they will be filtered out, in a way or another. Exactly. But this is the most common thing. وأكتر شيء common بتلاقيه when you meet people from other countries, when you meet Rotary actors from Cyprus, from UAE, from Armenia, they all have the same love for the organization.
Same vision, kind of.
Exactly.
Like you find people who are like you but all over the globe.
Exactly. They all are working towards the same thing. كلهم بدهم to help their communities evolve. يعني okay, Lebanon versus UAE, for example, in terms of communities, big difference. But they all have the same إذا بدك vision إنه we need to help the community in one way or another.
The driving force is the same.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's picture you're a 60-year-old Rotarian. What's one crazy story that you want to tell your Rotaract club?
A Rotary club أو Rotaract club?
Rotaract.
So I'm a 60 years old Rotarian. عم برجع بالزمن لورا عم خبرهم.
جيت على Rotaract club عم تخبرهم قصة crazy.
So many stories are popping into my mind. أيها بنقي. I would say the preparations for, and this is something I'm going through right now. It happens every year. Raila District Conference, trainings, academy, pets and cats.
Events.
So basically, the one story that fits in all of them is the fact that you stay up until 4 a.m. preparing for something. This happens كمان on a project level. So when you're preparing for something, عن جد you feel you're happy with, you're passionate about, with a group of people who have become your family. Definitely. That are members in the club. This is probably one of the stories that I will be telling them about. You will learn something بهيدا experience that you can't learn anywhere else, not in your job, not at university, not at school. So this bonding that happens gives you a great experience that you
and
can
maybe
use
if you learn from jobs or universities, it's not that huge approach.
Oh.
Rotaract has a kind of holistic approach because it really works on several levels, on community, team bonding, professional development. This thing is not found in a normal NGO or university or any job.
It's more of a theoretical part, whereas you are on the ground.
Exactly. So we have a question from your club.
Okay.
Tell us more about the tissue on the forehead tradition.
Oh God.
I'm excited to know لأنه
عندي كذا صورة ما بعرف ليش لازق tissue on my head, but I get so happy when in Rotaract events whenever there is like a party or something that's happening. بس أنا شخص كثير بشوب. So I need to find a way.
Okay.
So it became a trend يعني basically.
Okay, Elie's trend. Nice. Now we'll go a bit deeper.
Okay.
Life beyond the role segment. And we'll step outside of the titles and what do you do in Rotaract. And we'll see the person behind that successful leader. What does traveling teach you that your career or Rotaract never could?
what does traveling teach you? So many things. Regardless of Rotaract or not, or job or not, traveling has أول شيء a great impact on you as a person. But it teaches you no matter where you go in the world, no matter where you are or who you are, you will learn something from people. You will learn from cultures. ويو أحلى شيء بتصور تعلمته أنا when traveling was إنه we are all people, different cultures, different everything, بس كلنا عن جد عالم that
Connected.
exactly you know people بآخر العالم are the same as people بلبنان, so you can feel قد ما كان try to حتى لو في culture barriers وكل هالاشياء, it gives you a connection in any way possible.
What destination reflects your personality? So عنا 3 احتمالات: Greek islands, buzzing like New York, or adventurous like Nepal.
أكيد مش نيبال, ما بعيدة بحي. Almost died in Nepal, بس لا, it was a nice adventure.
Nice, almost died.
Almost died, but nice. I think currently my personality is very يعني buzzing with going around having so much to do, being a busy person. So أصلا أنا I think my favorite destination that I've been to is New York, so I will go with that one.
Okay. Looking back at your journey, was there a moment when you felt like you were exactly where you needed to be, and what was that moment?
Yes, أكيد.
صعبة لك تقول.
It's not just one moment. It's seeing the difference between the previous years and this year. أكيد يعني it's been a build up. There's always improvement to be made, but I'm very happy with the work that we've been doing. مش أنا أكيد, the clubs in the district, the clubs in Lebanon, the president, everything that they've been doing. You go to a project, for example, you look at the everything that they're doing and you feel happy inside. You know, you're helping them do this, you're helping them achieve هذا الشيء اللي عم يشتغلوا عليه. It makes you feel okay, everything you're doing is not easy وتعب و a lot of sleepless nights, but it's worth it. So it makes you feel you're proud of them and you're relieved everything that you're doing is
paying back.
Exactly, عم ببين بمحل معين.
Who's Elie if Rotaract didn't exist?
Who's Elie if Rotaract? I don't know, لأنه Rotaract has been part of my life for more than 8 years now. So كل ما أفكر إذا وصل شي نهار وعيت وما كان في Rotaract, where will I be? Who will I be? All of my friends اللي كانوا رفقاتي فوتهم على Rotaract. I still have a few friends outside of Rotaract, بس هلا إذا حضروا هيدا البودكاست حيزعلوا. بس I think I would be just any other person, maybe looking for something to give back to the community, يمكن in Rotaract or somewhere else.
What makes you feel truly alive, other than service and Rotaract?
Traveling makes you feel truly alive. The places you see, the people you meet, the cultures, the fact you are not just living بهيدا البابل تبعك وفي كتير اشياء برات العالم غير. It gives you a new perspective on life.
Beautiful. Now we will jump to segment 3, rapid Rotaract, fast-paced questions, and مفروض أجوبة سريعة. Your go-to excuse when you're late to a Rotaract meeting.
كان عندي meeting تاني. It's usually true. بس usually I'm a very punctual person, ما بتأخر. So إذا تأخرت كان في another meeting.
What's a Rotaract memory that always makes you laugh?
Oh.
Other than the metaphor.
District conference, Jordan, I guess. So many beautiful memories, things to laugh from. ما في أخبركم يوم كلهم هلا.
Okay. I think district conference لحالها هيك. I attend لبنان, بس أنا it's alone a beautiful memory that makes everyone laugh. One word your Rotaract friends would use to describe you.
Tired.
Okay. Which country would you love to visit as a Rotaractor for a project or exchange?
Africa, any country in Africa that has a lot of, Uganda, for example, has been showing up a lot. The community service projects that they have been doing, so it would be a really nice place to go to.
بدي أروح معك.
يلا نمشي.
Complete the sentence, okay? Rotaract without what wouldn't be Rotaract?
Rotaract without the passion it wouldn't be Rotaract.
Definitely. Now we will jump into segment 4, which is a surprise question from our president. Okay.
هيدا السؤال
المنتظر ما بنعرفه. Okay. Okay. Elie, with this year's focus on extending legacies, what do you think is the most powerful way to leave a lasting impact on the people you work with, whether in Rotaract or your professional life?
Nice question. هي الفكرة ب extending legacies is إنه we always leave something behind, be it negative or positive.
Definitely.
So كل شيء that has been worked on in the district has been again layer upon layer of improvement and growth. Leaving behind a legacy is very important. It's something that everyone needs to do. I am as a leader in some positions, not someone who wants to be tough, who wants to be, you have to do your thing, you have to. I'm very lenient. If this is something that you want to do, then you will excel at it. If it's not something that you want to do, لو قد ما جربت ما هيطلع البروجكت أو الشيء اللي عم تشتغل عليه حلو. So this is something بحس إنه that I want to be remembered as someone who gave everyone the opportunity that they wanted to work on, بمحل that they fit, that they are happy with, that they're just happy to do it. Exactly.
Okay, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this
Thank you
podcast.
so much.
And any final words?
Just huge thanks to you and to the team, to the club. Super proud of this club. And so happy with everything that's been done on the district, on a Lebanon level. So thank you to everyone, to all the presidents, to all the members, to all the guests. يمكن this is my last word إذا بدك بس
Join Rotaract.
Join Rotaract. Come experience the beauty.
Anjad. Okay, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next episode.